According to science, there are 4 habits that can tell if someone is going to cheat. You can save your relationship if you catch these habits early. If you want to control people, be ready to suffer for the rest of your life. People are hard to figure out. We choose things that don't make us happy, go after things that don't bring us joy, and feel things that we don't even understand. What if you could, though? What if you could see where your relationship is going? If you knew what your partner would do, what would you do? I'm really interested in this, so I couldn't let it go. So, I looked into it, and I'm glad I did. Can you tell if your partner is going to cheat? Yes, you can. I found a scientific study that lists the habits that make people more likely to cheat. You can't really make your partner do what you want. But when you see these signs, you know you need to do something, and maybe your relationship can still be saved. 1. They are sad. Scientists say that the first sign that your partner will cheat on you is that they are happy. Not how happy they are in general, but how happy they are with each other. You might think it's clear that people cheat on their partners when they're not happy with them. But are you sure that your partner likes you? It's easy to get into a routine and forget to pay attention to simple things. Maybe you don't notice when they're upset, you forget your date, or you don't have time to plan special dinners. Let's be honest, it's hard enough to figure out how you feel about yourself. How can you tell how your partner feels about your relationship? You can't really know what they're thinking, but there are a few signs you can look for. Nobody has time for you. When you want to talk, they never listen. They plan things with other people, but not with you. Not because they will cry all day because they are sad. But they will slowly move away. They can't say anything. I know that your friend can talk. I don't mean the ability to speak. What I'm talking about is how they talk to you. The second thing that is a sign of cheating is not talking to each other. Having a relationship takes work. No matter how well you get along, you'll disagree at some point. It would be weird if you didn't. When that happens, you have no choice but to figure out what's wrong. What, though? No one likes to talk about hard things. Why would you go to the trouble of making points and listening to how they think you're wrong? Only someone you really love would make you do that. When they stop talking to each other, it's because they no longer care. It doesn't mean there aren't any issues. It only means that they don't want to fix it. So, watch how willing they are to talk. Do they start conversations? When you want to talk, do they listen? Are they willing to see things from a different point of view? 3. What do you have in mind? Why even get involved with someone? You might say, because I love this person. That's not enough, though. When you think about it, there is only one reason for having partnerships. Relationships are like practice runs for getting married. You get together with someone to see if you want to marry them. Let me put it another way. Would you date someone if you already knew you didn't want to marry them? Even if you love someone, there's no point in staying with them if you know they're not your goal. So, not making plans to get married can be a sign of cheating. If you've been together for a long time but never talk about the future, it could mean that they don't want a future with you. Your relationship is over, but you don't realize it yet. So cheating is just a way to get out of doing something sooner. 4. What does your partner do? I dare you to come up with something worse than being a fool. Feeling like your partner doesn't respect you and makes fun of your relationship is one of the worst things that can happen. How far would you go to get back at someone you think lied? It's not like you turn into a bad guy who plans bad things to hurt people. But when other people don't play fair, being honest makes you feel like a fool. The last sign that someone is cheating is that they think someone else is cheating. If your partner thinks you cheat, they might feel like they must do it too. They might feel like they've been tricked or hurt. It doesn't matter why. What's important is that you talk to them in an honest way. Bonus, what doesn't show that someone will cheat? You already know what kinds of actions a sign of cheating can be. Still, the study shows some other interesting things as well. There are some things you might think are signs of cheating that aren't. Sexual frequency. You might think that people who cheat want more sex. But the number of physical encounters had nothing to do with cheating. Dissatisfaction in bed. What about the quality of the sex? Not always more is better. Also, not important. Even if your partner is happy with you physically, that is not the same as cheating. Whom you live with. You might think that moving in together would make things different. You spend more time together, and you might get tired of each other. But that isn't true. Your relationship state also has nothing to do with cheating. I was shocked by these results. I thought that sex was a bigger reason why people cheated. But the study shows that cheating has more to do with mental issues than with sexual ones. Let me be clear, none of these reasons are good enough to cheat. Even if your relationship isn't going well, that's not a good reason to cheat. Still, the study shows some interesting facts about how people act. I've learned one important thing. You can guess your partner, but you can't make them do what you want. Your partner will cheat on you when they want to. You can't stop them, and you shouldn't even try to. You shouldn't always be on the lookout for signs to try to get them to stop being bad. It sounds like a bad dream. You should feel safe in your relationships, not worried. Don't try to take charge of your partner. Instead, try to be a good partner and build a good bond with your partner.